Are you sitting the majority of your day?
You think?
Are your hips and lower back tighter than a crab's behind underwater?
Do you mean tighter than a crab's ass underwater?
How special. Well, hey, let's get started with another installment of Well Adjusted Living and extending the prime of your life and mine. My name is Will Nelson. I'm here to help you stay on the ball with your physical body and more. And today we're going to work with something called a leg swing. And you've probably seen it, you may have even done it, but now we're going to take it next level. So a typical leg swing is just like this. And you just swing the leg. And you know what? It's really boring. And it's tiring. And it's like, oh, how many more of these do I gotta do? But we're gonna make it fun and exciting and put the swerve back in it. And we're gonna put spring in your step as a result of it. So, first I gotta show you how we cheat when we swing. So, if I'm at the side like this and I'm swinging, and I start swinging further, but I'm just going back and forth like this, that's cheating. So here's what I want you to think about. And this applies to so much movement, and especially when we're in the gym, because folks, the only place where there's more cheating than the gym is IRS tax returns and the bedroom. So, think of that midline. We've talked about midline. That line run through the center of your body. Think of rebarb where you're just locked down and it don't move. And now you swing. And you'll find that you swing a lot less back and forth than when you were doing this and thinking, wow, I'm like a rocket. Well, not exactly. So the first thing we want to do is learn to get our body stable so that the movement, because it's right here that's being affected from the sitting. All the sitting is making this tight here and tight back here. So we want to get a nice, it's nice and easy, just like that. But notice how my line stays, hopefully, in the grid as I move. I'm going to start to swing. Now here's the secret sauce. Instead of swinging straight back and forth, I'm going to start to swing in a curve. So look at my foot going over to the side, over to the side, over to the side, over to the side. Now coming back out, coming back out, coming back out. Now it's straight at you. Now it's going out to the other side and back and forth, just like that. That's called a range of motion, and that's what your body wants. It wants to have a range of motion. And that's why you get bored, because you're just doing the same thing repetitively. It's the same motion. Think about it. Standing, sitting, walking, they're all repetitive movements. You're doing them the same way day after day after day after day. You put your clothes on the same way day after day after day. You need variety. Your body needs variety. It needs different kinds of movement, not the same movements over and over and over. So we're going to take a simple action like a leg swing, and we're going to put a bunch more movement into it, and we're going to kick it up a notch. So let me go back to swinging. We'll swing together, and just get yourself a little box. You can swing off the edge of a stair. And I'm in this wide doorway, and guess what? I can turn my body and I can swing like that. I can bend my knee and go out like that. And yes, some of the time I can go up and down if I want to for the motion, but other times I want to keep my body stabilized and just move the area I want to move. Now I'm out here, I'm over here, I'm over there. I'm going to sign up for the Rockettes when I'm done with this video. Right? Yeah. That's all random movement. Now let's switch legs. come over here. And once again, we follow that arc. Follow the arc. And what you'll notice is you can move a couple of inches and a couple of inches, and then maybe you'll skip like 6 and be way out over here. And it's from here to here, somewhere in there, it's not working for your body to move there. So you need to slow down and make sure you get more of the spots in between. And the more times I go back and forth as I go across, the more effective the movement becomes. And every once in a while, I just stop and just check in. I'm not going to go from sitting for 4 hours to swinging my legs for 10 minutes. So I can swing 30 seconds on each side and then just check in with myself, move around. How does it feel? Everything is good? Everything feels solid? Great, carry on. Let's do another minute or two. Just like that. Now, there's degrees of difficulty that you can take it. One of them is you can utilize balance and coordination. Right now I'm holding on. I could be holding on both sides or one side. What if I didn't hold on at all? Now I'm really using my balance and coordination. But this is safe because I'm right here. If I start to go like that and I'm going to fall off or what have you, I can just grab on. So you can add a balance and coordination element to the swing if you'd like. Makes it a lot more challenging, but it's something you can add. All right, so I'm back to swinging, and I'm noticing that when I change legs, my left leg feels a little tighter than my right, like the amount of motion isn't as great. My lower back feels a little tighter. So I'm going to do today more swinging of my left leg than my right, because it feels like that's what's needed. And you'll begin to understand that yourself as you do it. But there's a lot of motion going on here, which is way more than just the same old back and forth, because you've got to put your body through a range of motion. That's what's going to sustain you through life. And as I say, you think about how much time you spend sitting and standing and walking, and everything you do is completely habitual at this point, once you're an adult. I mean, you put your clothes on the same way. You get in and out of the shower the same way, in and out of the car. You got to mix it up. That's what children do. They do it differently. And that's what we can do. So you learn to add range of motion. And we're talking about our hips here. They have more range of motion than any other part of our body. They need to be put through their paces. And just to go back and forth isn't enough. You got to bring it out, bring it across, do different things. And because my hands are here, I can shift my body. And now I feel like I want to take a break. And it just feels like I want to go like this. There. And get quiet. In a nice pose. And if I did this tomorrow, I may not go into this pose. I might go, oh, I need to do that now. And I'm using more balance and coordination because I'm not supporting. It's not assisted. I'm in free space. So look at, I just worked my balance and coordination. I'm working a great range of motion. It's bilateral, both sides of the body. And all I got to do is step on a box, on a stair. We make it too complicated. We don't have to make it so complicated. We don't have to do 50 different things. We can do one thing really well. So I have all these toys that I play with in my own little personal gym. And I just take turns. And today, I'm big on leg swings. Yeah. Just like that. And when you're ready, you switch legs. So I could just turn this way. Just like that. And that's nice motion. And if I lock right here, it keeps me from doing this. And I really work the hips and the lower back. But we've been doing this a few minutes already. It's all loosened up. So always start the movement. Small increments. Little bigger, little bigger, little bigger. That's the way to do it. You won't injure yourself. You'll enjoy it a lot more. And you become more in tune to what your body wants. We're talking about body awareness here. Well, what does that mean? We're talking about my clothes are too tight? What, I'm hungry? No, not that. This. How does my body feel when I'm moving it? Because you can look great. You can have all the muscles in the world, be strong as an ox. But if you can't move, you got nothing. And if you're in pain, you don't have activity, except reaching for pain pills. So let's stop that. We can do this. It's not that difficult. Life is difficult enough. Let's find simple things like swinging. And just change it up. Add some range of motion. Move it around a little bit. Stop every so often and check in. This is how you become movement literate. This is how you build a real, lifelong relationship with your body. So like and subscribe. Have a friend come over and swing a leg with them. And just have a wonderful day.